Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope well and be safe at home. Once again, Bhavna Desai, your science teacher, is with you with the lesson number 4. Now we will go further with objects may float or sink in water. While doing activity 4, you might have noticed that the insoluble solids separate from water. You may have also noticed this with some liquids in activity number 5. Some of these materials that did not mix with water floated to the surface of water. That is oil. Whenever we put oil in water, it will float on water, but it will not sink. Other may have sunk to the bottom of the tumbler, right? We notice many examples of objects that float in water and sink. Dried leaves fallen on the surface of the pond, a stone that you throw into the pond, few drops of honey that you let fall into a glass of water. What happened to all this? Bujo would like you to give him 5 examples each of objects that float on those that sink in water. What about testing some materials to see if they float or sink in other liquids like oil? Means they want to say that the certain materials or objects, if we'll put it in water, it will go down and sink. But certain objects are like that, it will float on the water. Now we will go further with transparency. You might have played the game of hide and seek. Think of some place where you would like to hide so that you are not seen by others. Why did you choose those places? Would you have tried to hide behind a glass window? Obviously not, as your friends can see through that and spot you. Can you see through all the materials? Those substances or materials through which things can be seen are called transparent. The meaning of this is that from the material or from the object we can see the other side, that is called transparent. As for example, if one of your friend is standing behind the wall and you are other side, would we be able to see your friend? No, because the wall is not transparent. But in case if your friend is standing in front of a glass wall, definitely you can see your friend through that. Those substances or materials through which things can be seen are called transparent. Because it is transparent, so we can see all the things. Glass, water, air and some plastics are example of transparent materials. Shopkeepers usually prefer to keep biscuits, sweets and other eatables in a transparent container of glass or plastic so that the buyers can easily see these items. Children, have you ever been to a mall? Definitely you are going in mall for the shopping of clothes, jewelries and shoes. At that time, if you have noticed that all the things, whatever the materials they are having, they are just keeping behind a glass wall or they display behind the glass wall. So you can easily find out, okay, here I'll get my clothes, here I'll be getting shoes. Because it is transparent, we can see it, so they keep all these things. On the other hand, there are some materials through which you are not able to see. These materials are called opaque. You cannot tell what is kept in a closed wooden box, a cardboard, cartoon or a metal container. Wood, cardboard and metals are example of opaque material. So the meaning of this is opaque material. From opaque material we cannot see. If it is open, then only we can see. If it is closed, we cannot see because it is not transparent, it is opaque. Do you find that we can group all materials and objects without any confusion as either opaque or transparent? Just think over it and just find out. Take a sheet of paper and look through it towards a lighted bulb. Make a note of your observation. Now put 2-3 drops of some oil and spread it on the sheet of paper. Look again towards the lighted bulb through that portion of paper on which the oil has been spread. Do you find that the bulb is more clearly visible than before? But can you see clearly through the oiled paper? Is everything on the other side is visible? Perhaps not. The materials through which object can be seen but not clearly are known as translucent. Again I will repeat, the materials through which objects can be seen but not clearly are known as translucent. Remember the oil patch on paper when we tested food item for presence of fats. Yeah, this test we did in the lesson number 3, that is components of food. That was translucent too. Can you think of some more examples of translucent materials? We can therefore group materials as opaque, transparent and translucent. Paheli suggested covering the glass of a torch with your palm at a dark place. Switch on the torch and observe the other side of the palm. She wants to know whether palm of your hand is opaque, transparent or translucent. We learned that materials differ in their appearance and the way they mix in water or other liquids. They may float or sink in water or may be transparent, opaque or translucent. Materials can be grouped on the basis of similarities or differences in their properties. Why do we need to group materials in everyday life? We often group materials for our convenience. At home, we usually store things in such a manner that similar objects are placed together. Such an arrangement helps us to locate them easily. Similarly, a grocer usually keeps all types of biscuit at one corner of his shop, all soaps at another, while grains and pulses are stored at some other places. This is another reason why we find such grouping useful. Dividing material in groups makes it convenient to study their properties and also observe any patterns in such properties. We will study more about this in higher classes. So children, this is a clear why we are doing all this group, whether the material is transparent, opaque, the material's hardness, then float or sink. All these are the features that we can make out different groups and we can place each and everything in a proper place. So whenever we want something, we can get it easily. Now we will see the summary of this lesson. Objects around us are made up of large variety of materials. A given material could be used to make a large number of objects. It is also possible that an object could be made of a single material or of many different types of materials. Different types of materials have different properties. Some materials are shiny in appearance while others are not. Some are rough, some are smooth. Similarly, some materials are hard, whereas some others are soft. Some materials are soluble in water, whereas some others are insoluble. Some materials such as glass are transparent and some others such as wood and metals are opaque. Some materials are translucent. Materials are grouped together on the basis of similarities and differences in their properties. Things are grouped together for convenience and to study their properties. Hope this much is clear for you. Next session we will meet again. Till then, bye bye. See you.